You guys, we're going to let some more people jump in here. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm going to play The Darkest Side of the Night, complete with intro. And then after this song, we will start, baby.
It's like this. We live in claustrophobia. A land of steel and concrete. Trapped by dark waters. There is no escape. Nor do we want it. We've come to thrive on it. And each other. You can't get the adrenaline pumping without the terror, good people. I love this town.
What is going on, Nick? We got Nick up in here. We got Eva up in here. Even Maladapted, Randy Orton, McGorton. How is everybody doing on the Friday night? Holy crap, look how big that chat room is. Jeez. That's not gonna work. That chat overlay is not gonna work, baby. At least not yet. Here we are once again. This is almost as if the game never came out. We're here back in the virtual cabin. And, be quiet, Jason. I have to do a thing. There it is. I found it. The background music extraordinaire. So, you guys, there is a thing I must show you. First, How's everybody doing? Lord Ozymandias. Maladapted. Who else is in here? I see you, Lollipop. Let's go have a seat, baby. I'm not going to talk about all the other stuff that I've already talked about in my other videos that are up on the channel now, the last two basically. But what we do have to talk about, I gotta drag it up out of the barrel. What we do have to talk about is this. What is this? This is the new Camp Crystal Lake Monopoly board. You can, everybody gets to play. What number will you roll, Peekamoo? What number will you roll? Alright, so let's get down to it. I can't even see it because it's so small. Let's do this. There it is. Now I can see. So basically what you're looking at is we've already got the free clothing pack, the Retro Jason. Most of you self-explanatory, fast-paced maps. I am here. Now, if I can roll a 7.
Another kitty subscribed.
Whoa. Who in the hell is subscribing, baby? Sam Hanwich has subscribed. Thanks for the support, Sam Hanwich Delicious. Go to Jason's hut. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Alright. So yeah. What we got coming up is the free emote pack, the Spring Break 1984 clothing pack, the Part 4 Jason Jarvis map, new counselors, new kills, and new clothing. Now, supposedly this is all coming before October. Because the pumpkin means, bam, October. Sam Hanwich. So, how are they going to get all of this crap out in the next 15 days is going to blow me away if they actually do. Virtual, yeah. Stop getting ahead, Tactical Maniac. Keep your panties on. Keep your panties on. Maybe all of this is coming out before October 31st. I don't know if this stands for Halloween, though. This might not stand for Halloween. It might just be October in general, because if this stood for Halloween, then that means the virtual cabin, the offline bots, the single-player demo, and the new counselors and new map, that's all coming out in October, right? So that means the single-player... Well, okay, so the single... So that's October 31st. So all this is coming out between... So this must be Christmas. So between October 31st, Halloween, and Christmas, another new map, new counselors, single-player challenge. So that means single-player is not coming out late. So I know there's going to be a lot of people going crazy over that deal. There's going to be more people whining on the... It's going to be a mess. But yes, the single player is not coming out until sometime in January then. If that's how the map reads. If this is Christmas, then this is January. New Jason, new clothing, new game mode, single player, new Jason, new map is coming out in sometime in January or after. Or it could be the other way around, but I don't know how it or the pumpkin could be just anywhere in October. I'm not sure how it reads. And this is Christmas and anything after. But yeah, I'm thinking the pumpkin is Halloween and then that is Christmas. Anything after Christmas. So much content lined up. Yeah, I told you guys they got a lot of content. They just ain't gonna tell you about everything. They got a virtual, that's what I'm looking forward to. Let's talk about the virtual cabin 2.0 for a second. Let's stop right there. That's where I landed. I rolled a 9 and I landed on the virtual cabin 2.0. That is the biggest thing, because now if the virtual cabin 2.0, you guys, is implemented into the game to where, like, when we're in a lobby or when we're queuing up people or whatever, like, we're in the cabin together running around and all your stuff is in the cabin, like, that would be kind of cool. Virtual cabin 2.0. So I'm assuming that is the virtual cabin that's probably going to be implemented into the game, which I am super excited. Will that cabin have a hot tub? I doubt it. But if you want to have a hot tub, you can sit in the fire and then go out in the rain, which will happen soon. But let me move this map out of the way so we can... Let's go down. Okay, so the virtual cabin is a big deal. And then offline bots. Single player, that's just... They're going to demo it. Just to see how... I guess to see people's response before they keep going. And then you got... more new counselors and new map. That's going to be sometime before Christmas. So before Christmas, we will have 2 new maps. We're adding everything up now. So we got a map, and then you're going to get the storm and the weather thing. So that's also bonus. There it is. More kills, and then another new map, more new counselors. Pardon me. All right, I felt another sneeze. My allergies is going crazy. All right, so yeah. And then after Christmas, another new Jason, new clothes, new game mode, single player. That's when single player will come out, sometime after Christmas. New Jason and new map. Well, another new map and another new Jason. So we will, yeah. Some crazy shit's going down. Now, I'm assuming that everything after Christmas time is free game. So this is not all January, you guys. They're talking about January, February, March right here with this stuff. Anything. And then who... I can't see past the road, past the end of the new map road. But I'm sure there's probably some more junk after that. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah. How do I get this? Oh, there we go. So what do you guys think? Let me scroll through and read what you guys got to say. I would put the chat room up on the screen, but that shit is like... Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. For some reason, the chat overlay is absolutely... redonkulous. I mean, look at this. It's fucking moving like a mofo. So unfortunately, you guys, if you want to watch to see what people are saying in the chat room, which most people are talking about cheese and doggos and other weird things, then definitely go by the Twitch and take a look at the chat. Holy crap! That shit's going. For those of you watching on YouTube, there it is. That's what people are saying in my chat. They are absolutely crazy balls. Alright, you guys should come over to... If you guys are on YouTube and you still haven't moved over to Twitch, move over to Twitch, because shit is... As you can see by these huge letters on the screen, see this shit? People are going mad crazy balls over here. But anyway, for reals, what do you guys think about the I'm excited for the rain and the stormings and the virtual cabin twosings and all that good stuff. I don't care about the clothes too much. I just want to see the game get fucking more badass. Take the clothes away, give me a badass game. That's what I'm most looking forward to. The game fucking finding a stride where the gameplay mechanics and everything. But you guys know we've already talked about this stuff many times. But once that balance is there, man, Jason's gonna have a whole new different kind of a way the counselor players look at him, as instead of a punching pinata, he will actually be feared. Cleaver, he got the dead fuck Jimmy. Wait, what? Oh, I need to scroll down. This fucking big ass letters on the screen, you guys. I apologize. I just want to leave them there, though. You would think, let me see, I'm looking through. But yeah, I hope they keep it interesting. I hope they continue making the game better. I hope the rain is done the right way. I do too, Nick. Because the thing is, the rain could be done the wrong way. Like, you might find a spot in the cabin, like you walk in the bathroom, you know, and then like Nick looks in the bathroom and it's raining through the ceiling in the bathroom. Or there's like some rain coming through the side of the walls, like, or weird shit like that. Like, they're gonna have to nail it. Like, the thing is you just can't like take rain and slap it in the game and be like, oh hey, okay, there you go, there's the rain. Like, it's gonna have to work with everything. It's gonna have to, if you can feel the atmosphere change, then you've done it right. Legitly feel the atmosphere change in the rain, and it just doesn't look like random particle effects, but it actually legitly is really nice. Somebody was complaining about the character models becoming way too glossy and shiny. I hope that doesn't happen, because it's a trap that they're not plastic dolls. You know, their clothes should get dark and damp, and it looks like it's raining. Single player gamer Brony is, I'm assuming from the map that we just looked at, it's not coming out until December or somewhere around that time. A demo is coming out in October, apparently. Part 4's weapon is going to be freaking amazing. Can't wait to see how he kills people with it, because it's a smaller weapon, right? He can slit people's throats with it. I'm hoping these things happen. Like, it's a smaller weapon, it's scarier to me. Smaller weapons are scarier than bigger weapons, because you can I don't know if he's gonna decapitate people with it. I hope not, but it's like using it to slit a throat or cut a throat, you know, doing things that are a little bit more slower deaths, you know, a little bit more uncomfortable. Damn, Eva, you're going on a Taco Bell run? Hold up, don't leave me behind. I'm gonna go with you, but this cabin chat won't be long, you guys. I just wanted to really, because we haven't done one of these cabin chats in a long time, so I really want to know what you guys have to say. Eva asks some questions. You know what you guys know what I really want is for the maps. Here, I'll be honest, you guys. I want the maps to become and I want the models, the counselor models, to be able to blend in very realistically with the darkness that's going on, like right out here. Okay, maybe it's a little bit bright because of the moon. Just like take the moon away. But like, it's dark out. Like, look how, like, it doesn't do this in the main game. I noticed it. It's a little bit tweaked in the main, in the real game that we're playing. It never gets these darks. Like, when you go back in here.
Whoa, dude, thanks for the bits.
Whoa. Nick, you're awesome, man. Thanks for the support. Let me take the nasty shits off the screen. So see, you guys, like in the main game, here's what I'm looking at. This is what I want. This is what I think would be amazing if they changed it. See how this is a trail, right? There's light on the trail. This is a safe spot, you know, where the counselor's not getting afraid. It's all lit up, you know. There's going to be lamp posts. It's going to keep the trail lit, right? But when you go out and see how that dark, you see how dark that is over there? You see how dark it is back there? You see how dark it is back there? I want the game to be done in such a way, you know, where when you go off the trail, you're walking in darkness. Like you're out in the woods and you can turn your flashlight on and you can see it still looks good. It's not like they're hiding textures or anything. But when you go out into the woods, like, it's the woods. It's scary. It's dark. Jason can hide out in the woods. You know, that's the thing I was trying to get at. He could stand in these bushes and be concealed. And, like, he could hide back here behind this thing and be almost black in darkness because he's off the trail. You know, he's not standing in the light. Jason would have to avoid campfires, you know. Like, and then the counselors would have more of a reason to approach campsites. You know, the campsites that are plastered all around the map that nobody uses, assets that nobody even looks at. If it's dark and the counselors had to rely on light a little bit more, like with their flashlight just as a thing, you know, they would have to go to these campsites to get away from the darkness for a bit, like a pit stop, you know, just so they could have some light so they could see. You know, they get to the campsite, take a quick 360 look around to see if Jason's nearby, if you could hear him. Take away the fucking chase music. Use your ears. Can you hear Jason near you? Well, is he approaching? There would be no shift grab. And okay, like, then you fucking keep going and you have to go back in the darkness and you're running through the woods again. And it's scary. It's legit. Jason feels like a force to be reckoned with even when it's dark. Like, you know, because you don't know if he's there or not. The counselor player, the person playing the game, should always be uncomfortable whether Jason is there or not. And I think the chase music really kills that. That's my comment on that whole thing. But yeah, can you imagine how scary that would be if you had to not only contend with the darkness, but the rain and the darkness and the lightning? Like, you're just walking around and the player's just purposely standing there and you're approaching him, right? How scary would it be, you guys? Picture this. Jason's standing behind the tree. Counselor is approaching me. It's raining. It's dark. They don't see me. They don't have their flashlight on. They're approaching me. The lightning hits and they completely turn around or juke off in another direction. And then even if there's no microphone there, you would be like, wow, they saw me just then and I probably made them shit their pants. So, like how amazing would that be? I think that's the way the game should be formulated. And then when he does his sense thing, it shouldn't be a holographic image. It should be smoke, just to show the general area. It's even for Jason and the counselors. When you are looking for counselors with your physical eye, the player's eyes, you are using your eyes to see the counselor, not some helpful guided hand with a holographic image. Now when you use sense, it would be the smoke, and then it's not giving the counselor away, but it's still, you're sensing their fear. It's giving you a general location of where they're at with that smoke. But yeah, we went over all that stuff, you guys. I think that would be a terrific kind of experience, honestly. Let me scroll back down the chat again. I am keeping up. I know, there's a lot of people in the house. It's crazy. Break Crate and Duke out of jail for backup, like Tommy Jarvis repair Crazy Ralph's bike so he can get away. Oh God. Cold iced tea. I should make a SoundCloud so you can listen to this on the go. Well, I'll post this as an archive VOD on YouTube right after this is over. I'll go ahead and close the stream and post it immediately to YouTube. And you know, I don't know if some people look at the darkness and light thing as being a cheap Alone in the Dark kind of, or, you know, people would go, oh, well, there's already games out that use light and darkness, like White Noise 2 kind of thing. But I just think it would be different, even if this game used that kind of style mechanic to keep everything grounded in reality by using darkness and light, you know, to make things in a way to where in the stumbling thing we talked about, it would make it towards everything would feel more natural. I think you wouldn't need a shift grab. Jason could hunt you in the dark. Like if you're walking around, it would scare the shit out of me if I'm walking around quietly, you know, I don't know where Jason's at. All of a sudden a knife hits me in the face, and it doesn't kill me because, you know, it doesn't kill, it takes like 2 knives to put you into a, but even still though, Jason throwing a knife from somewhere, I don't know where he is, and it hits me automatically. If you don't know where he is, you're gonna go sprinting off in a random direction. You could be running right towards him, you know, or you go running off trying to make it to a cabin, and he knows that. Like that would be cool if, say this was a cabin right here, and I'm standing, like I'm just standing to the left of the cabin. Imagine it being a bigger cabin. I'm standing to the left of the cabin, and I see somebody approaching off to the left, right? They don't know where Jason is, but I take a knife and I throw it at them, and I hit them with the knife, right? They're freaking out. They're gonna run to the closest cabin. There's no chase music, no Jason music. I'm gonna hit them with that knife, and then they're gonna go sprinting to the nearest cabin, which is where? Right here where I'm standing. So that it makes them freak out. They're running towards me. They don't know it. I could either run over and just do my thing, or I could go around back of the cabin and go inside. And they would never know that I'm coming, doesn't that sound like an awesome movie moment? They would never know that I'm going to the back of the cabin, opening the door and coming in the back while they're going in the front. So yeah, I just think it would really, I really love the chase music, you guys. I really love that chase music. It's good, and I just wish it would work differently, because I think that Jason needs to have that stealth. So he needs to be able to do his thing without the help of a band-aid for the counselors to tell them where he's at. You know what I'm saying? And I know the reason they had the chase music in there in the first place is because counselors were I guess when they did their play tests in-house, it was aggravating because you couldn't really hear Jason. Do something else. Just stick the chi ha-has in there and just make it organic, and do it in a way that doesn't feel like, oh, I'm hearing the chi ha-has, I know exactly where he's at, location based. Don't do it like that. Just do it where you're hearing it, but you don't know if he's really close. It could just be doing it and he's not there. Like just something to throw people off that doesn't really 100% be like, boom, well, there's Jason, I hear his music. That kills it right there, because automatically you're like, I know Jason's close. And then then the next thing you're gonna do is you're either gonna look at your mini map, or you're gonna be like, okay, I can hear which way the music's kind of coming from, and then you're like, okay, he's in this direction, because the music gets louder the closer you get. So then you get an idea of which. I don't like that. It's too much of a band-aid. It's too much of a band-aid, and I hate to say that, because I love the chase music, and it's almost necessary for some of the things. I mean, maybe they could make a hardcore mode and implement the stuff we're talking about here, but honestly, I think that should be a part of the main game, the main experience, you know, where Jason has these opportunities to be absolutely horrifying at all times. What about for a kill move like the water environmental kill? Jason on a map could pop up from under the floorboards and pull them. That's a cool idea, Gamer Brony. Some people have talked about that, where if like you run out on a dock, for whatever reason, the developers would get you to run out on a dock, you know. But if Jason could manage to get under a dock, you know, and you're overneath it and they click the button quick enough, that would be kind of a cool thing to see. I'd like that. You know, where he comes up from, maybe he stabs you or comes up and pulls you, like something. I like that idea. He comes up, somehow he gets you from underneath the dock. That would be pretty cool. It would be kind of weird though, because if you're running on the top of the dock, The only way he wouldn't be able to do anything through the floor. Well, I guess he could bust through the floorboards, and then that part. It would have to be a dock that's not really that mandatory, you know, like it's optional. Because if he busts through and puts a hole in it, then it won't be accessible anymore for other counselors in that portion of the dock, anyway. So it would have to be some kind of mechanic that, for whatever reason, the player is actually encouraged to go out on the end of the dock. Maybe there's a gas can sitting on the end of the dock, or some kind of objective that they come up with in the future that encourages a player. Maybe the boat's at the end of the dock, you know, who knows? Something that encourages the player to travel out to the end of a dock. Let's see. Dude, it's scary. I'm telling you, Silent Ninja. And the Silent Ninja says, I get scared by the times when Jason uses stalk, and bam, he's just there, and you have to run. And when he doesn't use his shift grab, yeah, like, because when Jason has stalk, I've not had this moment. I'm going to be honest with you guys right here, right now. Wes Keltner was playing with me, and I've not had this moment not once from any player ever since I played this game. It's only happened that one time, and because it happened at the beginning like that, I was expecting to have many more of these kinds of encounters, and it just never happened. But this one time, and it really blew me away. Wes was chasing me around the bathroom in Crystal Lake, you know, while we were play testing, and he chased me around the bathroom. I ran around the entire bathroom and then went in the door, right, and I thought he was right behind me. He's, you know, like the music, you know, it sounded like he was right behind me. So I went in, and immediately I went into a crouch. So I'll do it over here so you can kind of get the. So it was one of those open stalls, right? Imagine this rock is the open door or whatever. I came in the door, and this is the shower stall, right? So I thought he's behind me outside the cabin, and I keep going. He uses stalk just right. And then I went in the door, turned to the left to go into the shower stall, and I was ducked down. So as soon as I get in the shower stall, because it's dark, this is why I think darkness will work really well for this game outside and not just inside the cabins. It was dark, there was no power in the bathroom, it was completely black. I go in there, go in the shower stall, turn on my flashlight, and all I see is Jason's legs standing there in the fucking shower stall. And it's a quick thing. Like, I saw him and then quickly turned around and started to run away again. But it's a moment. That moment will never leave my brain. I haven't had a moment like that since I've been playing the game. And it was only because he used stalk the right way. And it was an accident. It was a nice little happy accident. But this game shouldn't have those kinds of happy accidents. It shouldn't be a happy accident. It should be at least 80% of the time you will have that kind of experience with Jason. It should be happening all the time, quite frequently. Every match should be a high chance of achieving those memorable moments with Jason. To me, a shift grab is not a memorable moment. You're never gonna, 10 years down the road, you're not gonna be saying, hey, you remember that time when Jason shift grabbed me from across the map? That's not gonna be something worth talking about this game about 10 years from now. But 10 years from now, I will still remember that time when Wes was standing in the fucking shower stall as Jason, and it scared the shit out of me back when the game first released. So now you guys can kind of see, you can get a handle on where I'm coming from. See, the thing that is wrong with shift being activated later on in the match, you guys, is by the time, unless Jason only has 3 or 2 people left, you can play around. It's that you get that little bit of a leniency time of frame to play around, and you can use stalk if you want to fuck around. I consider using stalk right now fucking around. When you get the chance to fuck around, you can use it and make it look cool. But right now, the way the game is almost like you're forced not to use stock, because you get stock very late in the game. If there is 5 or 6 people still running around by the time you get stock, you're not going to use it, because by that time, you know that you've wasted too much time fucking around, and players are now encouraged to go shift grab people. They're not going to, there's nothing there to push them to use stock, right? So I think, like, try it, just take away the fucking music and just see, or when they do get stock, let them bitches have it, let everybody have it, you know, for a long period of time, like the majority of the match. Just let it go, let Jason do his thing. Don't put Jason in a cage and let these counselors have music to band-aid their situation. Like, take the music away and let Jason out of his cage and let Jason be Jason. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to shift grab. That is not what Jason does. He's not some fucking Scorpion Mortal Kombat get over here kind of fucking bullshit, because that's what it is. It's you throwing a spear out yourself and catching somebody. I just don't feel like that's Jason. You know what I'm saying? Nobody puts Jason in a corner. Be easy. Like, I like the chase music, but I think the chase music, maybe it should come in later in the match. You know, when Jason is raged up, turn it around. Like, just flip everything upside down, right? Because now everything is like, it's supposed to be easier with Jason's chase music, and then he builds rage, okay? But what happens if you flip it upside down and take away the music at the beginning, you know, let Jason do his sneaker thing, and then when he gets rage, maybe when he gets rage, that's when the chase music activates. Bam, you guys fixed it right there. When Jason hits rage, that is almost as if to say that is the counselor's last shout of hope. You know, Jason's chase music, when Jason is in rage, is the music that goes, hey, I'm coming to kill you, and I'm not afraid to be sneaky about it anymore. Think about it from a movie directive, you guys. In the beginning of the movie, Jason is killing people silently. It's working up to a point, right? Right now, it's backwards. I think that's what's wrong with the game. Jason is killing people silently up to a point near the end when people now figure out, hey, he's fucking, you know, in the game they already know he's there. But work it up to the end of the match where it's like, hey, there's like, what, 2, 3, or 4 people left? Their last glimmer of hope is the music coming on when his rage comes on, when his rage activates. That is the last, like, piece of hope that the counselors get, because now his music's on and he's fucking crazy as shit, right? He can still shift, and he can't shift grab you, but he's gonna be coming after you like nobody's beeswax. You don't even want to be close to Jason when he's enraged and the music's going. Like, I think it's just backwards right now, because now you get Stalk at the end, and it doesn't make any sense because Jason's already, you know, people are doing their thing. Jason's already let everybody know he's around the map somewhere, and there's no exposition or rising action, excuse me. I like to use the word exposition, I know, a lot. Like, see, that is Jason in rage right there. That is the time when you should be hearing the music. Shit's hit the fan. He's coming after you. It's the last few moments. That would fix it up right there. The match length would vary the experience with the music. I mean, I don't know. Like, there's still gonna be music in the game, you guys. We're not talking about taking the music out entirely. They could keep the track in there that's in there now, or change it, you know, to better suit you know, whatever's going on, you know, depending on they could eventually come out with tracks, but there would be the main track that's playing all through the match. And then when that music, if you hear the music, so it's like one of those things, when you hear the music playing, that means Jason's in rage. That's, so, you know, anything before rage is Jason being able to sneak up. So it would balance in such the way, you know, that Jason would have to not let counselors beat the shit out of him, for one thing, because even though he gets to rage, he gets really super fucking strong, but in the turn for the counselors, they get the music. But by that time, they should be hauling ass anyway if he's in rage. That would make the music for one more special, because you hear the music constantly through what, a 20-minute match, a 15-minute match. You hear that music constantly when he's around, right? There's no climax to the match, you know. Like in Battlefield 1, this is a rough example. In Battlefield 1 maps, I'm using this as a really rough example, but the weather in the game, just to say, build on that rising action. The game usually starts out clear on the maps, right? And then in every map, something different happens towards the end to build some sort of a climax, right? So near the end of the match, like, it gets, the blizzard hits, or a dust storm hits and everything's crazy, or a storm hits and some kind of crazy thing happens, or the weather just changes entirely and gets more foggy or something like that. What if instead of just throwing the climax in with Jason's chase music, you know, just firing up at any old time, like we're saying, you know, it works from it's like rising action. It starts off, Jason's quiet, and bam, by the end, everything's crazy. You know, everything's off the wall crazy. But yeah. It does counter the effect for stock already built in, but, you know, it would be an automatic thing. Rage and stock could be an automatic thing. When Jason's stalking before rage, there's no music. And then when rage hits, the chase music is there. No, I'm not against the shift grab because it's OP. I'm not talking about dumb dramatics that people talk about something being OP or like shit like that. I'm just talking about the game's immersion, you guys. I'm talking about the feeling of the experience in general. The shift grab really kills. The shift grab to me right now is like 70-80% why the game feels the way it does. Why Jason doesn't quite feel like Jason. But the shift grab, yeah, the shift grab just kills, to me, the Jason feeling like Jason thing, because nobody wants to stalk. Stalking is a major thing. Out of the, like, that's why I gave those experiences with Wes Keltner surprising me. There's been a very few experiences where Brock did it once, where he cut the music off and I thought he actually left, so we went running towards the boat, right? And he just came out. You gotta be on your toes. Like, if you're not paying attention and you're not being aware, that's the thing. That's the thing that would make the game fun, is because you're forcing the counselors now to become more aware. If you're running around like la-di-da, like you're playing fucking Call of Duty, and you're not paying attention, and you're not checking out the window, and you're not checking your corners before you go around the build, you know, that's what makes the game frightening. Not just running around la-di-da, la-di-da, when's he gonna shift grab me, la-di-da, oh, there's his music. It would slow the match down because people are being forced to be cautious, you know, and they're being forced to be scared, you know, like if the maps were dark, like we were saying, and people are, you know, they're looking around corners slowly now, you know, they're looking out the window before they exit the cabin. They're looking in the windows before they go in a cabin. Just really quick glances is stuff that takes down few seconds. You know, it's a few seconds that would slow it up a little bit, but I'd imagine that it would slow up the match pretty hefty, because you have to really keep an angle on what the hell's going on around you at all times. Yeah, he went to the maintenance shack to grab the shotgun. There was no damage to the cabin, so I walk inside a room and Charmin just slashed me with the machete, and it's scary. It's fucking scary, because the thing is when Jason, the scary thing is when Jason catches you off guard. Like, that's what people want to see. You know, you want to walk in a room and Jason's just standing right here on the left, you know? Or you want to run around the cabin, you're not paying attention, so you run around the corner and you get grabbed for it. Like, that's just what's going to happen, but it's going to be frightening when it happens. That's the whole thing behind it. But all right, you guys, I know we've killed this. I know Eva wants to go on a taco run. I know Eva, if you're still in here, we can get ready for that in a little bit. All right, you guys, but yeah, that's, you know, I don't want to, I know I said I wasn't going to repeat it, but you guys, you know how passionate I am over it. You guys come up with good examples as well. We talk about it in the chat a lot. If someone can open the door while I'm in stalk and I'm on the other side and I can grab them and murder their face, that's the best. See, Maladapted? And the thing is then you guys can play Jason and think like Jason and perform like Jason without having to shift grab. Because if they come up with that tumbling system, stumble system or whatever, you know, like, it's a big mechanic change, you guys, but maybe they'll come up with it in such a way that I'm not even thinking about, you know. They'll fix it in such a way that I'm not even coming up with. I can't. Whoa. Jason was like walking up and I totally forgot that he walks outside. But, you know, that's the special thing of what made Friday the 13th special, is you don't hear anything. You don't think anything's wrong. Just like the counselors in the movie. The counselors don't hear music, Jason's music, when they're running around. So that should be like mandatory things that you come up with, you know, when you design the, like, okay, what are the counselors experiencing? What are these people experiencing in the game? Well, they don't hear Jason, so we can't have chase music. That would be like the first thing to go. I mean, as much as the chase music is amazing, and then, you know, like the end of the movie where it's nothing but chase music. Because in the beginning, if you think about it, you guys, in the movie, in the beginning parts, you don't hear much chase music. You hear when somebody dies, like, because Jason grabs them and they don't realize he's around. And then in the end, you know, simulating it, when Jason goes into rage, is about time the end of the movie happens, so to say. When you're getting in the chase, it's nothing but Jason. Everybody realizes that Jason's around and they're coming after you. The chase music is there. That's the kind of rhythm I'm kind of have in my head, you know, that could really change things up. It's hard for me to say it and explain it, but hopefully you guys understand. You know, the counselors don't hear music. They get caught off guard. Most of the time, most of the people in the movies, you guys, that get killed, they get caught off guard. They don't believe or they don't understand. They don't know that Jason's around. You know? That stalk should be an 80% maneuver. And then just outright chasing somebody should be saved for the latter portion. If that's the way you want to go. But people can play any way they want, obviously. But that's... people should have that option. Do I want to just straight up chase after people? Or do I want to stalk? Do I want to try to play stealth and scare the shit out of people without having to worry about people getting the gas in and the battery in while I'm trying to play around and do this kind of thing? Like, really quick. But I don't know. That's my opinion. It's my opinion, and it probably stinks. First-person POV would be amazing. That would be something for lay down the road, though. I mean, you guys got last year coming up. They'll have that first-person stuff covered. See, and the thing is, you guys, as I know some of you are listening to me right now, and you're like, well, I guess I can't shift grab anymore. Don't stop shift grabbing just because I said something. You have to do it now because that's part of the mechanics of the game. The mechanics I'm describing to you guys would have to be something that would take a lot of work to create. It would change the mechanics of the game. But you know, you have to shift grab right now because that is just the way the game is built. That's the way it's balanced right now. The slower Jasons can't catch anybody typically. Unless you really catch them off guard, you have to catch them with the shift grab. That's just the way it is. So I don't talk shit or damn anybody. I use it all the time, you guys. I shift grab still. When I play it, I still shift grab because you have to. That's just the way the game is built. And some, you know, occasionally I'll play around with stock, but people have, see, the thing is you guys saw me stalking when the game first came out, but it's because nobody knew how to play the game. Now that everybody knows how to play the game, there's no reason for them to be scared running around the maps. They just quickly go and look for the gas, and quickly go and look for the battery, and quickly go and look for the fuse, and everybody's on a one-track mind. Get stuff done, get stuff done. There's no time for Jason to really stalk around and play around with the counselors, or, you know, unless you accidentally happen on that opportune moment where, hey, somebody's actually approaching me, I can hit stalk and see if they come over here. But it's almost like a risk. It shouldn't be a risk. It should be something that you can just do and not have any worry about the counselors hearing you get close or something like that, or seeing you on the mini map or some shit like that. But all right, you guys, I'll see you later. We're gonna cut this early. We're gonna go do a food run, and then I'll come back. And what should we do, you guys? Battlefield 1 or Friday the 13th? I will let you vote right now. And for the rest of you watching on YouTube, I will see you later. We can talk about this more on the stream. If you want to leave a comment, do that too. But yes, good stuff. I'm glad to do a virtual cabin again. I like to talk about these games, you guys. I'm honest. I am only relaying what I have in my head. This is just the things that I picture in my head. I don't know how the mechanics would work other than like what I have described to help the immersion of the game. The way that they would build it, if they do something with the shift grab, like really honestly, if they do something with the shift grab, that's a big plus. But yeah. All right, you guys, the Hag DBD. Damn, you guys tell me to play DBD on a Friday the 13th stream. Tell me to play the Hag, level 50 Hag. You guys are crazy. F13, 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 DVD. Okay, we'll play some F13 when I come back, you guys. All right, you guys. Everybody out there, devs from all games, asymmetrical horror devs out there, keep up the good work. I don't hate anybody. I love all you guys. Last year, DVD, you really need to get on with it, man. Don't stop. DVD, stop doing the cash grabs. Don't put horror icons in your game unless you're actually gonna fucking do them justice, man. Stop with the cash grab shit. We're over that shit already. Last year, keep it up. Gun Media, fun, and keep up the good work. I really want to see this game just have that Jason Friday the 13th feeling. I mean, I think with the stuff we're talking about, that would make Jason seem more like a threatening force and not such a silly pinata. I mean, because he's frightening, but I think the atmosphere, the environment could complement Jason more. I feel that the maps just don't complement his presence. And that's all. And that's why I think everything should be kind of fixed up to complement Jason and not make him just be a 3D model Jason running around the map. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.